Get him. Get him. Hit him with a pose. Yeah. Yo, what is up, guys? It's your boy, HD here, and welcome to another YouTube video. Alright, so this video has been very highly requested. I've been getting DMs, I've been harassed, I've been put under gunpoint. But yeah, we are here, you guys. We're here. We're gonna be doing my top 10 wingers, so left wing and right wing after the Ballon d'Or event update. Okay, so currently we have the Trophy Titans event out along with the week 4 of the Ballon d'Or event out. So yeah, so once again, before we get into the video, you guys, I do want to let you guys know this list is my opinion and my opinion only. I'm going to be doing sort of a different format. So obviously there's left wing and right wingers, and putting just 10 players only of both positions in this video as a top 10 is extremely hard because there are some very good wingers in the game. So what we're going to do is we're going to trickle it down. We're going to do, once we get to the top 5, I'm going to be splitting it up. There's actually going to be 10 cards, so 5 of them are going to be coming from the left wing and then 5 of them will be coming from the right wing. But for the bottom 5, it's pretty much going to be a left or a right winger. When it comes to the skill points for the winger, the only viable thing to be using here is dexterity. And if you do have the rank 5, you can put maybe the dribbling, but dexterity is the only way to go when it comes to winger cards. That's enough yapping for me. Without further ado, we're going to be starting the list with our number 10. Alright, so number 10 is going to be Anderson Talisca. Yes, the 97 overall version. Now, I do know with the Trophy Titan event being out, there's the 100 rated version. However, this one is a bit harder to get. I don't know if anyone's packing it or not. But yeah, so Anderson Talisca is going to be our number 10, whether you go for this version or the 97 version. This card is extremely broken when it comes to head-to-head. His acceleration is just very insane. He's very agile. His finesse shots are very good. I know he does have the finesse shot trait. So yeah, we're going to be going into the traits as well. So outside of the foot shot, finesse shot, long shot taker, and power header on this one, he's very tall. This version has the high-low work rate, and this version has the medium-low work rate, but I don't see too much of a difference in the work rate. Going into his attributes, as you can see, he does have the 4-star stamina and the 4-star skills. I believe it is the same as his 100 rated version. But yeah, this card can last pretty much up to the 70th minute as long as you're not overusing him. I have used this card, played against this card. He's very annoying, especially with these open up fake shots, just because he's a bit taller coming from the wing. He's also a great cam as well. And he's a brilliant striker. Going into his transfer value, he is very cheap and affordable for this version. So getting his rank 5 is a must. I think it's around like 100 and some more million coins. But yeah, that is going to be our number 10. Now moving on to our number 9. Number 9 is going to be none other than Thierry Henry. Now, I know this is the 99 version and he has a 103 or whatnot and other versions. Those are going to be higher up in the list. I've tried even lesser version than this Thierry Henry and he's very brilliant. So with this 99 one that I'm highlighting, yes, he is very good. But if you do not have the coins to afford this one, you can drop down to his lower overalls. Just know that the lower you drop, the higher the rank you're going to have to get. So yeah, I'm highlighting this 99 version to be our number 9. Going into his straight speed dribbler, offside trap, finesse shot, flare. This guy is just him, man. He's brilliant. Secondary position as well is striker. Medium work rate doesn't matter as much. I have used him in the striker position, not so much as the winger's position. Still an amazing card. His acceleration is just insane. 4.5-star stamina, 4-star skills. He can last you pretty much the full game, again, as long as you're not abusing the card. Going into his transfer value, he does hold some value, so 158 mil, and if you can't afford that, just drop down to his lower version. Any version works out. Yeah, getting his rank 4 or rank 5 would be the best way to go. Now moving on to our number 8. All right, ladies and gentlemen, for number 8, we are going to be highlighting another left winger. Okay, it's going to be David Ginola. Okay, the 98 overall David Ginola. The 97 I haven't been seeing used a lot just because we're increasing for overall in the game, but I think the 97 is still okay to use. But I'm just highlighting this 98 because I've been facing him a couple of times now, whether it be him playing on the wing or him playing striker, and this card is still amazing, you guys. I just hope he gets like a 105 or something in the future. Yeah, going into his trades, he has the flair and playmaker trait. I feel like he should have a secret speed dribbler because his acceleration is very good. High medium work rate, 4.5-star stamina, 5-star skills, and for someone being over 6 foot, or he is very agile. Yeah, just a brilliant card, you guys. He's also one of the wingers who are tall and very physical. Okay, a lot of wingers in this game are either like short with no physical, or they're like medium height with no physical. Going into his transfer value, he is very much affordable, so getting his rank 4, preferably his rank 5 if you can afford it, would be the best way to go. Now moving on to our number 8. All right, ladies and gentlemen, for number 8, I'm going to be highlighting a right winger, Ousmane Dembele. Okay, so with the 5-star weak foot, his finishing doesn't really matter as much because he has the 5-star weak foot tags, high pace, high dribbling, but there's the issue of the physical. So this card is very good for counter attacking. As you can see, his physical is a bit on the low side, but yeah, it just really doesn't matter once he gets accelerating. His work rate is high medium. Now, I wouldn't recommend using previous Dembele cards just because he is a very weak card. 4-star stamina, 5-star skills. He's one of the most agile wingers in game currently with 120 agility, especially on this 103 version. His transfer value would be the downside on this card. He's quite expensive, so if you pack him or you can afford him, getting his rank 4 or rank 5 would be the best way to go. All right, now without further ado, we're going to be moving into our number 7. All right, ladies and gentlemen, for number 7, we're going to be highlighting the 101 Nico Williams. Okay, so this is another one of those cards where if you're not able to afford this highlighter version, you can get a lower over down version. He's just, all his cards have been very good in this game. So if you're packing his Ballon D'Or, if it's another version of him, his 96 Euros version, I believe it was, nominee or something like that. A couple of his version has medium work rate. I think the Ballon D'Or one as well, but this card is just brilliant. A lot of his cards are just very good. So very high pace. His acceleration is one of the most annoying on counter attacks as well. So 4.5-star stamina, 4-star skills, 5-star weak foot attack. So his shooting just really doesn't matter because he has a 5-star weak foot. Going into his traits, he does have the flair, the outside of the foot shot with the high medium work rate, which is very good. So going into his transfer value, I mean, this card has been out for a couple months now, but he's still holding value. Okay, so his rank 4, rank 5 should be a lot cheaper than the base version. It's just you can't get the base version anymore. His rank 4 or rank 5, that would be the best way to go. Now moving on to our number 6. All right, you guys, so I did made a oopsie on the list. So Nico Williams is going to be number 6 for the left wing, and Saka will be the number 6 for the right wing, and then we'll get into our number 5. All right, you guys, for our number 6, it is going to be a right winger. We are going to be highlighting this Bukayo Saka. Okay, so I've been facing this card a lot more. I haven't liked his previous versions, but this one, man, there's just something about this version of Saka that is just brilliant. Like, I do see he has the finesse shot trait now. I don't know if his previous versions have it. I really haven't looked into it, but nah, this Bukayo Saka is different, man. He's very agile. He can do things that I haven't seen his other versions do. So pretty decent pace on him. His dribbling is something that I do want to highlight because his ball control is very good. His physical, not as much. Again, like I said, a lot of wingers are, you know, low on physical, but that reaction, agility, ball control, and dribbling is what we need to look at. I think that that helps his card out a lot, and his acceleration being high as well. So yeah, 4.5-star stamina, 4.5-star stamina, 4-star skills, high medium work rate. He does have the finish shot and flair trait, which is very good. 4-star weak foot as well, so you shouldn't have a problem scoring those goals on the right foot. Going into his transfer value, again, if you do pack this card and you're wondering if you should use Mascherano's on him or not, the answer is yes, you can. Getting his rank 4 or his rank 5 would be the best way to go. Now going into the format that I've mentioned in the start of the video, if you guys did watch the intro of the video, with the top 5 that is coming up, I'm going to be doing 5 left wingers and 5 right wingers, so giving you 10 extra cards, and we may be adding some honorable mentions in this video as well. So without further ado, we're going to be going into the number 5 for both the left wing and the right wingers. Starting with the left winger. So number 5 for the left winger, we're going to be giving it to Nico Williams. Yes, again, This card is a menace in head-to-head, guys. I don't know what to tell you guys, okay? Very explosive. What this version has is just more pace, more dribbling. Again, his shooting just went up 1, but it doesn't really matter. He has the finish shot and 5-star weak foot. The only downside on this card would be his physical. 4.5-star stamina, 4-star skills. Another version he can play is left mid, which is very good as well. Going into his traits, high medium work rate, brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Finesse shot trait, flare, and outside of the foot shot. This card is just very annoying to play against, especially when you're getting counterattack. That acceleration, he's just almost impossible to stop, you guys, okay? So he is going to be our number 5 for the left winger. Now we're going to go into number 5 for the right winger. All right, number 5 for the right winger is going to be Gareth Bale, okay? So we're giving it to Bale as well, also because of the counterattack. The downside on this card is the fact that he has a 3-star weak foot, so you can kind of stop him getting on that left foot if you can, but he can still finish on the right foot. It's a 3-star, doesn't mean he can't finish on it. His acceleration, he's very explosive. He's one of the wingers with a lot more physical as well. So if you pack a card like this and you're wondering if you should use him or not, obviously yes, and we can all see that he does have the 3-star weak foot, so that's a downside on the card if you don't mind that. 4.5-star stamina, 4-star skills. Going into his trait, he does have the finesse shot, powerful driven free kick, flare, and long shot taker with a high medium work rate. Going into his transfer value, that is the non-brilliant thing, okay? 1 billion for his base value, but getting his rank 4 or rank 5 would be the best way to go, or if you pack him, rank him up to rank 4 or rank 5, you'll get the best out of the card. All right, now we're going to be moving on to our number 4 for both the left wing and the right wing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to start off again with the left winger of the number 4, okay? That is going to be Rafael Leao. So he's one of those wingers who is quick as well as you can use his 93, his 103 overall. You can also use his 99 overall. I personally haven't found too much of a difference, other than the stats being the 103 has way more pace and very explosive. But this 99 is also very explosive as well. I use this version and he still cooks very much for me. Layout just in general is just broken. So yeah, looking at his stats, his 103 does obviously have way more pace, way more dribbling, and very good physical. Weak foot doesn't matter as much. Yeah, man, this card is just very broken. Stamina is the 4-star stamina, 5-star skills. You will be seeing people might be complaining of the fact that his stamina runs out very quickly. It's just because with Leao, the more you use him, the quicker he gets tired. That is the thing with like majority of cards that have 4-star stamina. Going into his traits, he does have the finesse shot trait and the flare, okay? Medium low work rate, he can play striker, he can play winger, so the medium low playing striker doesn't matter as much. Even for the winger, it doesn't matter as much. You can still drag him down to defend. Going into his transfer value, okay? That would be the only downside of the card. Again, Leao is one of those cards where if you can afford this version, you can trickle down to any of his versions, okay? They're very still much broken, including that 95 Team of the Year overall one. Still very much broken, but the lower overall you go, the higher the ranking has to be. So if you're going to get the 95, getting his rank 5 would be the best way to go, okay? So with this one, the rank 4 or rank 5 would be the best way to go. And even with his 99, the rank 4 or rank 5 would be the best way to go. And number 3 for the right winger is going to be none other than Luis Figo, okay? So the 105 would probably be the only one I would say. This card was brilliant to use when I did use it, but I used them at right mid and cam. I think cam is so right mid and cam, he can play both of those. It's a decent card for me. He wasn't bad. His acceleration was very good. His physical, however, I know it shows that he has 85 physical, but that 86 strength, it was a bit of a downside for me. But everything else was very good. His dribbling is very good. 4.5-star stamina, 4-star skills. Yeah, he's a very smooth card. Medium work rate, which I don't mind as much. He has the flare, playmaker, and outside of the foot. He was very good for me at cam. When I used him at cam, he was making those runs. He was doing everything. He's just a very brilliant card, you guys. So as you guys can see, he is a right footer playing on the right side. So when you're cutting in, obviously you're going to be taking a shot on his weaker foot, but yeah, it still really doesn't matter. His weak foot's still very fine to do those finesse shots and whatnot. Looking at his curve, it is 96, very high in the game. Going into his transfer value, he does have a very high transfer value. That's another negative on the card because he's a newer card. He is a Ballon d'Or card. Okay, so getting his rank 4 or rank 5 would be the best way to go. And if you do pack a card like this and you're wondering if you should use him as your right winger, you're worried about, oh, but he's not left-footed because he's playing on the right side with the right foot. Yeah, he still cooks. He still cooks very much. Okay, so now we're going to be moving into our number 3 of the left and right wingers. All right, number 3 for the left and right wingers. Yes, the number 3, we're going to give it to the left winger, Frank Ribery. His stats are just mental, and I have played against not even his 104. His 104 is a newer card as well. I have played against the version before that one, and it wasn't bad. It was very good. He is very small. And he can be very weak, but he's explosive. Okay, and because he has the 5-star weak foot tax, he can shoot up either foot. So the 105 and the Ballon d'Or 104, yes, EA are glazing this card very much, are both going to take the number 3 spot. Okay, so looking at his 104, yeah, that physical is freaky, bro. Okay, so 115 pace, 116 dribbling, high shooting as well. Going to his trades, he does have the playmaker, flair, and outside of the foot shot. Stamina, the 4-star stamina, 5-star skills. So a lot of people would probably say his stamina is an issue because he'll probably get tired because of the 4-star stamina. High-low work rate, which is not bad, very, very good for a winger card. And he can play the left mid position as well. And his 105 just has more pace and a little bit more physical on the cards. And this one has the flair, playmaker, and outside of the foot, I believe is the same. High-low work rate, 4-star stamina, 5-star skills. Not very much of a difference between the 104 and 105, just more stats, more pace, more this, more that. Going into the transfer value, yeah, the 105 is very, very expensive. He is a newer card. He's the trophy titan. So yeah, if you pack this card, you're wondering if you should use him or not. The answer is yes. Okay, if you don't mind him being small with weak physical, but he's still very good on counter attacks, and he's very agile, one of the most agile, if not the most agile. So 120 agility, so he's up there with Dembele pretty much. And yeah, so if you can afford his rank 4, rank 5, that would be the best way to go, similar to his 104, which is just a tad bit cheaper. So if you pack this card, you're wondering if you should use him or not, the answer is yes. Okay, now we're going to move into the number 3 for the right winger. All right, ladies and gentlemen, number 3 for the right winger, we're going to be giving it to George Bestie, better than the resty. Okay, if you're wondering if his 99 is good, I didn't really face against his 99 too much. But we're going to highlight this version of the card because I do feel like he has the highest dribbling stats so far in the game currently. 4.5-star stamina, 4-star skills. He obviously is one of those cards as well who is right-footed, playing on the right side, just like Figo. But if you don't mind that, then yeah, he's brilliant. Going into his traits, he does have the high-low and he has the flair. The attribute, yeah, that agility is mad. Okay, 124 agility. I do believe he has the highest agility, reactions, dribbling, ball control. Oh my god, now that I'm looking at it, man, 126 ball control, 126 dribbling. Yeah, this card is absolutely broken. He looks very, very good. Dribbling stat is crazy along with that speed, bro. Yeah, he's gonna be taking the number 3 spot. Going into his transfer value, he is very expensive because he's a newer card. He's just recently released. Yeah, so if you pack him and you're wondering if you should use him or not, yes, using his rank 4 or rank 5 would be the best way to go. All right, you guys, now we're going to be moving into the number 2 for both the left and right wingers. Starting with the left winger, okay, our number 2 is going to be none other than Vinicius Jr., one of the fastest wingers in game currently. I did see his gameplay. I haven't played against him. I did see his gameplay, and he is rapid. But one thing I didn't like, obviously, he looks very small in game, and his physical has always been an issue. But yeah, if he's playing on the wing, and counter-attack FC, man, this card is he looks so good, so explosive, so responsive as well. 4.5-star stamina, 5-star skills. Going into his attributes, 123 agility as well. Sprint speed, acceleration, all the same. Man, what is EA doing? My god, bro. High medium work rate, finesse shot is brilliant. Flair outside of the foot shot. Yeah, this card, if you pack him and you're wondering if you should use him or not, it shouldn't even be a question, you guys. The only downside with this card is his transfer value. He's very, very expensive. But if you can afford him, going for his rank 4 or rank 5 would be the best way to go. Now we're going to move into our number 2 for the right wingers. All right, ladies and gentlemen, number 2 for the right winger, we're going to be giving it to this version of Mohamed Salah, okay? He is a 104 overall, but I also do want to highlight his 100 overall as well. Okay, so again, if you can't afford the 104, his 100 overall is pretty decent. Previous versions than that, I didn't really like them when I used them. So his I think his ultimate team of the season, I didn't really like that card too much, but I did face against this 100 overall version and he was very good. So if you can't afford the 104 and you're wondering about the 100, yes, you can go for this version. Yeah, but going into that Mohamed Salah card, very high pace, very high dribbling, 5-star 4-star weak foot, it's up there as well. 4.5-star stamina, 4-star skills, high medium work rate, does have the finesse shot trait and the outside of the foot shot. Very explosive card. Reaction is very high up there. Agility as well is very high up there. His strength is okay, but again, with winger cards, you're just looking for counter-attack FC pretty much when they're playing on the wing. Secondary position, I believe he can play right mid. Yeah, he can play right mid as his secondary position. So brilliant card, guys. Okay, so his transfer value, he is available on the market, but he's still very expensive. Again, he's a newer card, so going for his rank 4 or rank 5 would be the best way to go. Okay, now without further ado, we're going to be moving on to our number 1 for our top 10 wingers. So after doing the number 1, we are going to be going into honorable mentions. So cards that can also be on this list, but weren't on the list just because I wanted to include cheaper cards for you guys. The honorable mentions are cards that can replace anyone in the bottom 5 of my list. Now we're going to move into our number 1. All right, ladies and gentlemen, left wing. For our number 1 on the left wing, it is going to have to be Son Heung-min. Oh my god, bro. EA are giving people orgasm releasing a card like this. When it comes to like pure gem, however, I really thought about giving it to Leao of just because of pure gem, but this Son card deserves it, man. He is the most balanced, the most freaky card I've ever seen released in this game. So 4.5-star stamina. He's finally back in the winger version instead of the strikers. 4.5-star stamina, 4-star skills, very high pace, very high dribbling, very high shooting. Passing's alright as well. Not as much as agility as a lot of the other right winger cards, but still very high agility, especially if you're going to put dexterity on him. So it just really doesn't matter. Finishing is one of the higher highlights on his card. High work rate, so it's one of the reasons why I'm giving him the top spot, because a high work rate for a winger is very good. 5-star weak foot, and his stamina is 4.5-star. He does have the finesse shot and the long shot taker card as well. Just brilliant card, man. So if you can afford his rank 4 or rank 5, or you pack him and you're wondering if you should use him or not, the answer is absolutely yes. Okay, so this is going to be our number 1 for the left winger. Now we're going to move into our number 1 for the right winger. The choice was hard, you guys. It was such a hard choice. I'm always like slashing Messi cards. Like I'm like, oh, his cards are shit. His cards are this. But you've got to give this version of Messi the eye candy, man. Previous cards, I haven't really liked them as much. But this one, if I ever pack a card like this, he would absolutely be useful on my team. Messi cards looks brilliant. He can play striker and cam. I personally would prefer to play him at cam and maybe striker, like a double striker or something like that. High pace, high shooting, high passing, high dribbling. Just, yeah, bro. I feel they stat padded this card so much. 4.5-star stamina, 4-star skills, and the fact that he has high low instead of medium or medium low is brilliant. Finesse shot, long shot taker, playmaker, and outside of the foot shot. 121 agility, dribbling, ball control, it's just all there as well. And EA, the fact that George Best has more dribbling than Messi in this game speaks volume. Yes, but we do know there is a downside always. So if you pack this Messi card and you're wondering if you should use him, come on, but yeah, it's Messi, man. What are we talking about? Yes, you should rank him up and use him as your right winger. But yeah, if you can afford a card like this, getting his rank 4 or rank 5 will be the best way to go. All right, you guys, now that is going to be the top 10s list. We're going to be moving into the honorable mention. So we're going to be starting with our honorable mention number 1 for the left winger. All right, so honorable mention number 1 for the left winger is going to be 105 Dino. Okay, he can play cam and left mid, but honestly, playing Dino on the wing is good. It's good too, but I personally would use him at cam. But his winger cards looks very good, so he's going to be the honorable mention, or honorable mention number 1. And yeah, so like I said, there's lots of good cards out, you guys. So 4.5-star stamina, 5-star skills. We don't really need to talk much about this card and his dribbling, his pace, high medium work rate, outside of the foot shot, playmaker, finesse shot, flair. Going into his attributes, his agility is high, sprint speed. All these cards are just getting like really good stats. At this point, you're gonna have to try the card out to see how good they actually are. But this one, yeah, he looks very good. The only downside is his transfer value. So if you can afford his rank 4, rank 5, that would be the best way to go. Also, if you pack him and you're wondering if you should rank him up, the answer is yes. All right, we're now going to be moving to our honorable mention number 1 for the right winger. Our honorable mention number 1 as well for the right winger. I do currently, this is the card that I currently use, but I use him at right mid. The thing that I got from the gem that I got from his 95 version. So if you're not able to afford the 103, obviously, if you have a cheaper budget, I'm going to highlight his 95 version. You can absolutely get this card. It is his 95 wingers version. When I used this card like a couple months ago, the thing I got from this card, he was very exciting, speed dribbler, very great to use. His money, like how much he costs, it was worth it. Okay, everything. Well, this 103 version, it still works very well, and it's still a very brilliant card. But that excitement, like, he's playing like his price tag. I want him to play more than his price tag is what I'm trying to say. But this card is still very good. Okay, so you can, if you pack or want this card, you can absolutely still get him. So 4.5-star stamina, 4-star skills, very high pace. I wish his dribbling was higher, to be honest. His physical is very high as well. But yeah, his agility is not the highest. Looking at other right winger cards, I did wish he had way more agility, way more ball control. 4-star weak foot as well. Going into his traits, he does have the high medium work rate, long shot taker. Also doesn't have the finesse shot, which is okay. He's still very good with finesses. And yeah, this card is a counter attack FC card, bro. Very explosive. Okay, we're gonna be moving to our honorable mention number 2. All right, so highlighting the left wingers, honorable mention number 2. This card, best position. Honestly, I would have given Henry a top 3 if I didn't think his best position was striker. He's brilliant at striker. Obviously, you can use him as a winger, but he's more effective in the striker position anyway. Okay, so yeah, 4.5-star stamina, 4-star skills, and just looking at his stats, man, very brilliant card. He's one of those tall wingers with lots of with very great strength. He's so hard to stop once he starts accelerating just because of how strong he is. Medium work rate, really doesn't matter. Finesse shot, flair, long shot taker outside of the foot. And Thierry Henry is also one of those cards, like I mentioned with his 99 version. He's also one of those cards where you can use any version of his card and it's just very broken still. So if you can't afford the 99 or the 103, drop to a lower version, I promise you. But remember, the lower you drop, the higher the ranking has to be. So you're gonna have to get the rank 4 or rank 5 the lower you drop. For this one, the rank 4 or rank 5 would be the best way to go. Going into his transfer value, he is very expensive still. So if you can afford his rank 4, rank 5, yeah, that would be the best way to go. All right, guys, we're gonna move into our third and final honorable mention for the winger. Starting with the left winger, okay, we're gonna give it to 103 Kvaratskhelia. Okay, this is also one of the cards where EA are glazing him up so much you can use any of his left winger versions. So we're highlighting the 103 Ballon d'Or version and his 101. Okay, so you can get either one of these cards. They're still very brilliant. The difference between this one is this left winger version I feel like would be a bit more useful because he has the high medium work rate, whereas his left winger version has the medium work rate, but still looks like a very good card. Okay, very solid card. 4-star stamina. They've dropped his stamina for some reason. It went from 4.5-star to 4-star now. Okay, so this feels like kind of like a downgrade. 5-star skills. Going into his traits, finesse, flair, long shot taker, outside of the foot shot, 5-star weak foot attacks, high agility, reaction, dribbling's there as well. Just looks like a very brilliant card. So yeah, you can use his previous versions. They are very good still. If you can afford this one or his 101. Going into his transfer value, again, he's dropping very rapidly because I feel like people are going to be using the 101. The 101 has more stamina, so 4.5-star, 5-star skills. And yeah, so well over 6 foot. Physical is very high as well, so one of those cards are very good physical. And the 101 also has better work rates. Okay, and he's a lot cheaper, so a lot of people will be going for the 101. It's only 2 overall difference. So yeah, if you can afford the 101 or the 103, or if you're wondering if you should use his 103, if you pack him or not, the answer is yes. Okay, we're gonna be moving to our final card of the video, the right wing of our honorable mention. All right, guys, I know you guys didn't see this one coming. You guys didn't see it. There isn't really that many right winger options, but this card is very annoying. Now, as we're looking at this, you're like, but bye. He has a three-star weak foot. But Inaki damn Williams, bro. I'm telling you guys, for head-to-head, this card is very much broken. Okay, explosive FC. Playing this card at right wing, yeah, obviously, you want to use him on his right foot, his stronger foot. But guys, running down the wing and just having a shot across the body, like just shooting the ball, he's so good at that, and he's so explosive, so strong. For head-to-head, he's one of the most broken cards in the game. 4.5-star stamina, 4-star skills, going into his straights, high medium work rate. He does have a hidden speed dribbler. I'm telling you, man, he's just too explosive. Very strong. Like I said, he's very, very cheap, so his rank 5 will probably be what you want to get. And make sure you're training your cards. So that is going to be it for the winger video, you guys. Like I said, there's just a lot of good cards out there, and if there is a winger that that you're running and they're very good that I didn't mention in this video, please don't crucify me. Okay, this is just my opinion and my opinion only. If you guys do enjoy the video, just make sure to drop a like and subscribe. We are on our road to 12K subs, you guys. And if you do want to see more videos like this one, make sure to click this video here.